Hello, and welcome to Light Inside Light, where stories shine with the love of Jesus. I'm so glad you're here today. Get ready for a fun, faith-filled adventure full of God's truth, kindness, and joy. Whether it's a Bible story, a worship song, or a lesson of love, this is a place where God's light lives inside every heart. Are you ready? Let's jump in and grow together in God's love.
God of Creation, Abigail's story, a light inside light story. At the very beginning, there was nothing. But then, God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God created the sky, the land, the oceans, the sun and moon, the animals, and finally people like you and me. He looked at everything He made and said, "It is very good." And on the seventh day, God rested. Did you know? The same God who created everything can also do impossible things in your life. Maybe there's something you're praying for. Maybe you need a miracle. If you believe with all your heart and you pray, God will do it. Sometimes it's not at the moment we want, but God always does what is good for us. Now, let me tell you a story. There was a young girl named Abigaelle. She was sweet and smart, but she had a challenge. She was a stammerer. Every time she tried to talk, the words were hard to say. And each time she went to school, some classmates laughed at her. They would mock the way she spoke, and that really frustrated her. She felt scared and alone. One day, her science teacher announced a big project. Everyone must come in front of the class to present it. Abigaelle felt a heavy weight in her heart. That day, when she went home, her grandmother saw her sad and asked, "Abigaelle, why are you so down today?" Abigaelle replied, "Grandma, we have a science project at school, but I'm afraid. We have to speak in front of the whole class, and I stammer. Some of my classmates always laugh at me." Her grandmother gently looked at her and said, "I understand how you feel, my child. That's why I always tell you never laugh at others, because our words can hurt deeply. Sometimes, people laugh because they don't know Jesus. And often, it's not even the enemy, trying to intimidate you so you'll stop speaking. But you must not stay silent. Speak more, pray more, declare the truth. Say, "I am not a stammerer. God is changing the way I speak." When you speak positive words in faith, they will come to pass. Then Grandma opened the Bible and said, "Let the weak say, I am strong." Joel 3:10. The same God who created the world, she said, can recreate your voice, Abigaelle. Abigaelle smiled and said, "Thank you, Grandma. Now I understand. Yes, I will go and pray with you." So together they prayed. "O Lord, you who created heaven and earth, please recreate the way Abigaelle speak. Give her strength and courage to talk in front of people. In Jesus' name, Amen, Amen." From that day, Abigaelle prayed every day. She also practiced speaking in front of the mirror. She believed in God, and slowly, her fear began to disappear. Then came the big day. It was time for Abigaelle to present her science project. She whispered in her heart, "Dear Lord, I give you my project. I don't know how to speak well, but you live inside me. You created everything. Take full control. Let those who laugh at me be surprised. Let them know I serve a great God. In Jesus' name, Amen." Abigaelle walked to the front of the class. She looked her classmates in the eye, and she wasn't afraid anymore. She started speaking. and for the first time in her life, she didn't stammer. The classroom went silent, then suddenly clapping. Even her teacher stood up in surprise. The news of her presentation spread across the school. Abigaelle had experienced a miracle. From that day on, she understood the power of the Creator. The same God who made the world had transformed her speech. And you? Do you need God to change something in your life? Remember, with God, nothing shall be impossible. Luke 1:37. Just pray, believe, and never forget. The God who created everything is also the God of miracles. This was a Light Inside Light story. Stay blessed and see you next time.